All right, QBs, the next thing is talking about throwing the football on the run. And I've got some very specific ideas about throwing the ball on the run. Believe it or not, there are some awesome, incredible quarterbacks that struggle to throw the ball on the run. And then there's other guys that it's more natural for. There's some not very good quarterbacks that if you move them, if you get them off spot and they take off and they run, they all of a sudden become very good. And there's other QBs that struggle. So the drills and the things that I'll talk about on throwing the football on the run will try to include both of those things as to how to do that. The first thing is the easiest way to learn is by doing what we call a yo-yo drill. So you'll see both quarterbacks here to where that they'll continue with the ball placement the way that it normally is at the top of the numbers, and then they will run back and forth with each other in the drill. So in this case, you can't see the partner, but you should be able to see him here in a minute. So as you move forward, is that your partner then moves backwards, and it's a constant, never-ending deal to get yourself warmed up. The main thing is keeping the ball up where it should be. Get your tits toward the target before you release the ball if you can. And if you struggle to be accurate with it, then what you want to do, if you're struggling to be accurate, is that right before the ball is thrown, get the feet just a little bit hot. So you can see these guys are both exaggerating in this drill, that right before the ball is released is that they get their feet just a little bit hot, and that will help them with the accuracy of the football. This is a really good drill while you're struggling. If you're struggling at all to throw the football, and this is a really good drill to use on a daily basis. Once you get good at throwing the ball on the run, that drill is a little bit simpler. Um, and so now we'll look at what we do when we're going to roll out to the left, which we would call a lasso drill, and we're going to throw the ball quick. If the ball, for example, we're going to say that the quarterback on pre-snap, we've got like an out route or a hitch route or just a standing screen, and we're rolling out. If on pre-snap, if there's a corner that's soft, then the quarterback's first step wants to be flat instead of deep. So on all these, you'll see the quarterback be flat, and by the third step, he's ready to throw the ball. The ball is out, and the body language always follows the throw. So in this case, you'll see the left-hander do it to his natural hand, and then the right-hander will do it to his weak hand. Again, they both exaggerate the look of the snap in, flat down the line, and then again, that's only when you have a soft corner that you're going to throw the football early. So you'll see an example of this to where the quarterback will try to have the first step to be fairly flat because he sees a soft corner, and then get the ball out early. The body language will follow the throw. So again, you can see now he's going to be flat on the first step, and then the ball comes out early because on pre-snap he knew he had a soft corner. Same thing on this one, where again he'll see that he's got a soft corner, come out flat, and then again the ball gets out earlier. If you take the deep rounded off step on this, then the ball cannot get out as early as what it normally would be. So on both of those, that's a really good job of having a soft corner, getting the ball out and getting the ball out early. Again, these are rollouts to the left. In this case, a left-handed quarterback is rolling out to his strong hand, to his strong side, pre-snap, soft corner, safety deep, flat on the first step, ball gets out quick. And so that's the drill. You want to emulate that in the drill. Instead of taking a deep step on the first step, make that step flat. All right, now you don't know, or you're going to read the deep route first. If you're going to read the deep route first, then the first step is going to be a 45-degree angle. The second step will be a round off step. And then the third step, so you're deeper, or in this case, I'm sorry, I messed up a little bit here. You're going to read the flat route first, and it's not there. On the third step, you see you don't have it, and you're going to have to go the deep route or the crossing route. And so you go flat for the first two steps. On the third step, you round it off, flat, 1, 2, round off to get to the deep route, or all the way to the crossing routes coming across. Flat, 1, 2, round off deep steps, and then down the field on the throw. Okay, so you'll watch these now, and you'll see the quarterback think that he's got the low route. He doesn't, so he gets a little bit of depth, buys a little bit more time. In this case, he came back to the low route, but he didn't feel comfortable throwing the low route early. So he was flat, loses ground right there to buy more time, and then makes the throw. Same thing on this one. You've got a high-low concept, or where the quarterback is going to read a low or a high. He's flat first, doesn't feel good about it, has to buy a little bit of time, then gets back down to the deep route. So the quarterback started off flat, loses a little ground. You can see now he's at about 3 yards deep. It makes a great throw on the corner route. All right, now same thing to the right side. So you'll see these two quarterbacks reverse their bodies here because you've got a right-hander again and you have a left-handed quarterback. So same thing on the first one, soft corner. He's going to go flat on his first 2 steps, round it off on the 3rd step if he doesn't have it, but throw it if he has it. Flat, ball out. And again, that's only when you have a soft corner throw. The other thing is the body language is going to follow the throw. Body language follows the throw. I always tell them that if you're throwing the ball on the run in the perfect world, you should be able to go make the tackle. If somebody intercepts the ball, you're headed right towards it. So again, now you're going to see a right-hander rolling out to the right to his side. Corner is going to bail. He's going to be flat on the first step, and then the ball is out early. And you can tell if he'd been rounded on that, he would not have had an opportunity for that good of a throw or that fast of a throw. So over the years of doing this, I found out that instead of teaching everything the same, is that if you know you've got a soft corner and you know you can get the ball out early, then the best thing to do is to go flat on the first step instead of deep on the first step. All right, now you'll see the same thing here with the right-hander. Flat on the first step, ball is out and ready to throw. And again, you can tell that if he wasn't flat on that first step, he would have had a really difficult time. So he's rolling out to his strong side. Footwork flat, does a great job of looking the ball in, got the feet a little bit hot right before the throw, which makes the throw incredibly accurate. Okay, now he's going to end up on the deep throw. So he's probably going to start with the first read as a flat throw, and then he'll lose ground after the first couple of steps. So he'll go flat for 2. And then on the 3rd step, if he doesn't have it, he starts to lose ground to buy time. And then again, he gets through his read progression and goes from the low route to the high route and then back down to the crossing route. So again, you'll see both the right-hander and the left-hander. Now the right-hander, flat, looking for the easy throw. Not there, loses ground, comes back. And then works to the second part. Okay, so again on the first one, you see the QB, he's going to roll out, and he loses a little bit of ground here early, so probably not a great demo on that one. We may have had trouble finding a good demo for that one because obviously he was deep on his first steps on those, and then he continued to lose more ground on it. If he's deep on the first steps, it's because he is reading the deep route first. If he's reading the deep route first, then he's going to be deeper on his first steps. Otherwise, he should be flat on the first steps. Again, on this one, he's deep on the first steps. And then he does something that normally we don't want a QB to do when he's rolling out unless it works. And that is he stops to throw the ball. If you're rolling out and you stop to throw the ball, you take a big danger in getting hit in the back. But when it works, we have a habit of saying good job. So again, it's just not as good of demos as the other ones were. Bootleg and then throwing it on the front side of the read. On a boot, that very simply means that we got to play fake first, and then we're going to lose ground for 3 steps. So play fake, lose ground, and then read the first read on the front side. Play fake, lose ground. Again, it's usually an open step, a crossover step, and on the 3rd step, he can start to gain ground. Now the right-hander will go to his weak side, flash, lose ground, be ready to throw by the 3rd step. Flash. Looks like we got a little bit of a frozen camera there, so we'll see if that will fix itself. And it looks like because of the storm, we have lost our connection on the internet. So hopefully you guys have gotten a good start on your rodeo and lasso and rollout drill. And I will finish this on another day when I can get all of this situated where I don't lose the internet. But anyway, you got a good 10-minute start there on your rollout drills, and we will get you the rest of it tomorrow. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.